Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Thank you for your patience with my flexible start time. And with me making the YouTube event late. Sorry about that. Day before, the in between days, I'm thinking all about reading surveys. I keep forgetting I need to put up the event for the next healing. Sorry about that. Oops. So hopefully you guys all figured it out and appreciate your patience with my process. Well, that's interesting. Normally I won't say who just tried to call me, but I just got a call from Australia. I don't think that's my client. I don't know what that was. Anyway, thank you. I'm getting confirmation. We can see and hear you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. So this is going to be the third healing in the set of 3. Everybody, if you want, you can say hi. Say where you're viewing from. This, like I said, is the third healing in the set of 3 about purpose, love, and courage. But as usual, it's about so much more. And we've done a lot of really interesting technique stuff. So it's interesting to read the surveys. Thanks so much for the surveys. And I do know some of what we're going to do today too, so that's I'll be able to introduce that a little bit. I should probably be more brief in the intro since we're starting so late, but we'll see. I can never promise brevity. I can hope for brevity, but never promise. Someone's saying hello from Indiana, USA. Well, hello. Hello from Chicago. Hello, Chicago. I'm sorry about your icy weather out there. I hear it's been a little slippery. Here we're back to the weather I like in PNW winters, which is fairly balmy and green and rainy and cloudy. I'll take that any day. Someone says, like your lavender from the land of Oz. Well, thank you so much. Yes, I like this hoodie. All right. So, oh, and a quick note before I forget, definitely put your name on your survey. Most people do, but someone either in the UK or Australia didn't put their name on their survey because I know because they said this expression about the weather that was you definitely wouldn't be saying in the US. so that was kind of funny. But you know, I am a reader, but I really don't want to play games and like read whose survey it is. You know, so let's get beyond that. Put your name on the survey. The way, you know, I can focus on more important things. Like, you know, your energy and if the healing helped and what would help you in the next healing. We are gonna repeat some things that we've done in the previous 2 healings because I saw that they really helped, but that people needed a little more with that. For example, the good karma window work that we did, that seemed to help a lot of people. I think that the 2 bigger things that we did in the last healing, the second healing, was the clumpy chakra flaps, making sure the astral and physical body major chakras, that we remove certain blockages so that the chakra can relax enough and be, you know, like energetically sort of safer, I guess. So the flaps can relax and be closed. So you can still have energy flow through the proper openings, but not these extra doors that wouldn't be open. Flaps. So that helped people, but then the back here, the good karma windows, that seemed to help even more. Like some people it was 50-50, which helped more, but other people it was clearly like good karma window stuff was the clear winner. um, because we did like in the window, like you have 7 windows back here, they're translucent and they should be repaired and whole, and then they keep you safe back here, and they allow in good karma energy, and like a comforting small amount of like moon and star energy to like uplift you and your perspective. But so when they're nice and whole and repaired, then it's very safe back here, and it's easier for you to be present. So we did some repair on those windows because you can get like holes blown in them, and I had never really focused that much on, like window by window, just looking for the holes and repairing them so they heal up. And a lot of people had much better sleep because of that. There's not everybody's the same, of course. Some people had sleep issues still, but it did seem to help with sleep, help with focus, help with self-assertiveness, all sorts of stuff. A couple people cleaned their houses, are organized. That's it. That is a very spiritual thing. Even if you're cleaning your inbox, your email inbox, it's like a self-assertiveness to organize and clean, typically. So anyway, so we will be repeating both of those things. The clumpy flap thing, and which I'll explain a little more as we do it, and then the back here, the good karma window stuff. The good karma window stuff, we're going to expand on that even, and do like an even different level of help for each window. So that should be interesting. Stubborn triggered energy blocks, I think we might do a little extra with that. We did some of that at the end of 2 healings ago, but I think there's a lot of potential for growth there, of course. You guys on your own can always do that. Like if you're feeling dumpy or grumpy or sad or anything weird, anything weird you don't like, you can be very, you can look for, okay, what are the energy blocks that are making me feel that way? And then just melt the cords and melt the energy blocks, make sure they're gone. Just kind of do your own detective work, hunt for stuff. You don't have to be able to see anything because you just put it out in front of you. But anyway, so we'll do more of that today. I also, so the good karma window stuff, we'll do a different level of repair and unblocking with that, and we'll address a little bit more like flow back here, energy flow, optimal energy flow, than we've done before. And also spinal energy flow. I want to do some of that too. Because I think someone in their survey, they were talking about, their head, pressure in the head. They were talking about healing somebody, and that person had pressure in their head, and the angels used that to sort of inspire me to think about, the flow, different systems that flow energy away from the head and towards the head, and what we could do about that to make it more comfy for everyone to be present and have less uncomfortable pressure around your head. Because there are a lot of very important chakras around your head. Your 5th chakra for communication, 6th chakra for vision, non-judgment. Vision, like seeing a solution to something, not just seeing your aura, and intuition, confidence, purpose. So we want your head to be a comfortable place for you to be in. So I think the spinal stuff that we're gonna do could help with that. Because sometimes like pressure can bottle up if it's supposed to travel downward down your spine and it can't, then it's just kind of like hanging out up here. So if we unblock, different vertebrae and stuff so that, the flow can be more natural for you. It should be nice. Flowy cube exercise. We're gonna do that again. Because we streamlined it so much 2 healings ago, it doesn't even take much time anymore. So that's good. So we'll do that again. And maybe the angels will show me other stuff. We'll see. There's a lot on the maybe list that may or may not be included, but I don't want to talk about it all because you never know. But as usual, there will be a detailed healing summary in the comment section of this video within a day or so, that will have exactly what we really end up doing and timestamp links for it all. I guess I want to just acknowledge, because like on a lot of the surveys, I did even read the late surveys. That's part of why I'm late, which may or may not have been the right decision, but whatever. But I did read probably every single survey, and there's a lot of upheaval happening, I mean, not in everybody's lives, but I think, I just want to acknowledge that and just, I think sometimes, expectations can get in the way. If you have some event that is inconvenient or expensive or definitely out of the ordinary, sometimes your expectations that, this shouldn't be happening. I can't believe this is happening. This is so irritating. It prevents you from processing the event more successfully. And a lot of people in different ways are having, little dramas. We had a drama. We had a plumbing drama on Saturday night. It turned out to be fairly costly, but it's over now. But so I don't know. We'll see. But that may be a part of the healing, helping people process, upheavals or unexpected things. For some people, it's like, they're getting sick with COVID, or their family got sick with COVID, or their job is affected by COVID, or, but, it can be in other ways too. So I think it's, if you let your angels help you as much as possible, and so we might do that melt your wall thing again to help with that. So you're really, 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 really letting your angels help you as much as possible. But I think, there is peace and stability and learning and comfort that you could always get more of that, even in a crisis situation. So, and sometimes the crisis situation is so extreme that it's just like less extreme. You want it to be less extreme. So it's not like you want more peace, you just want less, feeling like your life is coming apart. So but anyway, so we'll work on possibly working that in somehow and help people with surprises. Some things I think, you're supposed to have some challenges in life, and so some things maybe are not avoidable, but sometimes I think, you know, fear and resistance and old baggage can make things more dramatic than they would otherwise be. So it's always nice to try to optimize that too. So optimize how you're processing these surprises situations, but also optimize, you know, what you're manifesting so that you can manifest hopefully the most stable and least dramatic scenario possible. So, so we'll see if that gets worked into today. All right. So I'm just going to catch up on comments, and then we're going to do our 2 minutes of quiet, and then we'll get this healing on the road, get it going. All right. Someone says, hi from Westmont near Chicago. Well, thanks for the explanation. Thank you. Oh, and hello. Welcome. Someone says, hello, Janet and everyone. Hello, hello. Someone says, hi from Chicago. Hello. Someone says, I consistently get an urge to clean before every triplet to stay healing these past few months. That's very funny. It's funny. Yeah. I don't necessarily think it's a distraction. A lot of people seem to make tremendous progress with cleaning and organizing because of these healings. So I mean, I think sometimes, you know, when you're trying to meditate and instead you want to clean the whole house, that can be a distraction, right? Rather than just sitting and meditating. But for some reason, these healings do seem to be a handy companion to some organizing and cleaning that is very angel approved. So I don't think the standard of doing something when you should be meditating is a distraction necessarily applies here. Plus, because it's going to be videotaped also, so you know you have so much flexibility. But anyway, so that's funny. Someone says, hello from Florida. Janet, thanks for healing us today. Well, hello, hello. Hope you're staying cool. Someone says, that was very enlightening. For unavoidable circumstances, could we manifest gentler learning? Yeah. Sometimes no, but yeah, sometimes yes. Like with my plumbing thing, yeah, I could have. If I had heard some angel nudges earlier and not been resistant to, you know, big bills and stuff, and I could have proactively just scheduled a plumbing checkup for our home. But I would have had to clear a lot of resistance to plumbing in general and plumbers in general and strangers in my house during COVID and you know, all that stuff. But I will work on that now because I realize that hearing your angels accurately no matter what is less expensive. So yes, there's always ways. Usually always ways. There's sometimes, like I said, there are challenges that are, you know, you get them in the right size that they're supposed to be. But many times there's a lot of wiggle room as to how big the challenge is, how big the expenditure is financially or time and energy wise. So yeah. Someone says, thank you for today. You're welcome. Thanks for the emojis. I cleaned so much after the last healing. That's very funny. Yeah, you're not alone. I heard that many times in surveys, actually. Someone says, I remember you mentioning about side of the path and center of the path progress learning as well. Yeah. We may do something about the path this time too. We'll see. About spiritual path. Yeah, like if you're going up the center of your path, typically that represents that it's more smooth and easy. You're doing things more efficiently. Whereas if you're going up the side of your path, it's like bumpier and there are weeds and rocks and stuff. So you're maybe doing things in a more dramatic and complicated way than necessary. True. Someone says, hello, hello. Well, hello to you back. Welcome. Someone says also, hello, thanks for the healing today. You're welcome. The healing from Sunday was beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. Someone says, LOL, your response. Thank you. I must have icky blocks around cars. I had, when I was in my 20s, I'm 51 now, full disclosure and for context. But when I was in my early 20s, I had 3 car accidents within, I mean, one of them was pretty, they weren't mild as far as car repairs, 2 out of 3 of them. But, and then there was my ex-husband took a bat to my car 2 different times. So in my early 20s, I had a lot of car events. But I became so motivated to clear all that since then I haven't, in like the 2 decades since then, I haven't, or 3 decades since then almost, I haven't had car dramas really hardly at all. So you can finally clear it. It may take a bit. So there's that. Not that you need to have multiple ones like I did. We all clear energy in different ways. Back then I didn't know about healthy and gentle. My early 20s was the opposite of healthy and gentle in every way. So yes, that could be why I try to help everyone with healthy and gentle so much. Because I've lived the other way. It's not so fun. Okay, cool. Well, great. So let's do our 2 minutes of quiet time where you can get a reprieve from my banter. And then after the 2 minutes of quiet, I'll start the walkthrough and it'll be all delightful. So thank you for your patience, and if you could moisturize your hands now if you want. Your little 2-minute break, or catch up on your healthy hydration. There's so many options. Okay, thank you for waiting. So when you heal yourself, go ahead and make a copy of what you're healing out in front of you with your intention. You do not have to see energy yet to be able to do any of this stuff. So create a copy of your auras out in front of you. You have technically 17 auras. You have your astral body aura, your physical body aura, and 15 extra auras that your spirit has called Wei Qi auras that help you with strong boundaries. So you can imagine them all in one place and just wash through them with gold light that you're generating from your hands. Your hand chakras in the center of the palm of each hand, and your fingertip chakras in your fingertips. You set those chakras to be a gold color, metallic gold, like this glitter, so that they are generating, as they spin naturally, they're generating gold energy. And then you use that gold energy like detangler for your hair, but in your energy system, and just wash through your aura and your physical body and your astral body and your grounding, your physical body grounding, your astral body grounding. Just wash through everything with gold light. That helps you to melt away energy blocks, helps you to repair anything that's damaged, and helps you to let go of whatever you need to let go of. Helps you to wash other people out of your space. So let's do grounding. As soon as I can find my pen, I'll take notes about it. So grounding, grounding, grounding. All right. So grounding is your connection to the core of the earth. Go ahead, make it nice and big and wide with your intention, as wide as your whole aura. So if you were to stick your arm out that wide. And make it red or orange or yellow. You can test each color, see which you feel is better right now. And then you imagine a copy out in front of you of your big grounding that you just made. Your grounding, you make it to go up as high as your third chakra, below where your sternum ends, right there. That's your third chakra. So bring up your grounding that high and keep it wide in front of you, behind you, around you, everything. I'm going to fix my camera. Hold on. I don't know that fixed it. Hold on. Whatever, my focus is off. Sorry, guys. Let me see. Last attempt to get. Oh, there you go. Wow. Well, it turns out if you smear hand moisturizer all over your camera, it doesn't work so well. Wow, that's amazing. All right, grounding. So just you have a copy of your grounding out in front of you. Use the gold light to wash out any tangles, clogs in your grounding. Much like free plumbing that you're doing for yourself. So the gold light can wash away the clogs down to the core of the earth, where they just get absorbed and then go where they're supposed to go. So go ahead and just bunch up a bunch of energy blocks that are in your grounding and just melt them with gold light. And you can just keep finding more and melting more. You can also, if you're healing yourself, you can blow up the energy blocks rather than melting them. Whatever works for you. Okay, so that's regular grounding and grounding and blocking. So let's do indie grounding. Where you check the outer surface of your grounding as it goes all the way down to the core of the earth, and you make sure that you melt away branch off parts where it branches off to other people's groundings. Because maybe you did that subconsciously, maybe somebody else did it to you, so it doesn't help anybody. So just use gold light, gold fire, gold water, whatever you want, and just melt away all those connections, all those branch off parts around the edges of your aura, grounding all the way down to the core of the earth. So that your grounding is indie, meaning independent. And if you have people, maybe family members that you think don't understand, or friends, and we'll keep reattaching to your grounding. Just say, hey, go check your grounding. Go check your own grounding. It'll help you have a good day. Go ask your angels for help with grounding. All right. Good job. So let's do aura repair. I'm going to do it sped up, but I will do the 2 auras separate and then the 15 auras after that. On Friday, I did it at I would say, a very, very newbie-friendly pace. Today will not be, it'll be motivated newbie pace. Just because I started the live stream so late and, blah, blah, blah. So we'll be time efficient today for a change. Okay. So imagine a copy of your 2 auras out in front of you, your 2 regular auras, I call them, astral body aura and physical body aura. They're, around you. And just comb through them. And with aura repair, you want to mend up the rips, right? And so you may not see the rips. You may not be advanced enough yet to see the rips in your aura. So in that case, just make a composite copy. 1 rip that represents all the rips in your 2 regular auras, and go ahead and repair that 1 rip, and that will allow you to repair all of them at once, just your 2 regular auras, all those rips. So your 1 rip could look like a big valley, and then you got to clean it out with gold light, get the gold light really deep in there. And you can use sticky gold wax. That I say would especially encourage that if you're not advanced and you can't see every little rip, use sticky gold wax as well with your composite copy to make sure you clean it out several times so that the healing is going to be complete. The repair process is going to be complete. So you just put sticky gold wax in there that's going to stick to anything that's not you. And then lift out the wax and the junk and hand it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And just one more time, sticky gold wax, get it really deep into that rip and have it stick to everything that's not you that piled up in there. And lift out the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. So then more gold light and just mend up the rip. Okay, and then aura scarring is sometimes leftover stuff. It's like hard and bumpy around the edges from when there was a rip and then you repaired the rip, but then there's still a scar. And the scar makes your aura less strong because flowing is strong, hard and crusty is not strong in energy work. So just pile up all your aura scarring that you have in your 2 regular auras around the edges and melt it away. Gold light. Melt away your aura scarring. Or you could blow it all up, I guess. No, with scarring it's probably better to melt it. Because then that completes the healing, the repair. If you have any leftovers, say angels, please help me with that. So that was scarring. The bruising, I think we'll save and do with the Wei Qi auras. We'll, melt bruising and unblock at the same time. All the 17. So we just did, for the 2, we did repair and then we melted scarring. Okay, and so now we'll do that same repair and melt scarring for the 15 Wei Qi auras. So your 15 Wei Qi auras, there are 15 of them, so that's a lot. So you could have a lot of damage. The damage could be pretty extreme even. And it might allow someone to kind of get in your face more than they otherwise would have been able to. Like somebody in their survey, they just felt really, really, really out of sorts. And it was because they had about 3 or 4 Wei Qi auras that were very damaged in the front. And so there was like this big scoop out in those Wei Qi auras, and so their mom was able to get really up close and like kind of be all intense on a subconscious spirit level. And so the fix would be A, wash your mom out, remind her to work with her angels, and then B, repair up all those ripped up Wei Qi auras that allowed that person to have such a up close and personal experience with you. So anyway, Wei Qi auras, your 15 Wei Qi auras. Just imagine them out in front of you. Just imagine, notice, see all the rips in them. And then, well, you want to see the ones that are healthy and gentle to do right now, because you could have so many rips in your Wei Qi auras. Maybe you haven't worked on them ever in this life, and so it's too much to do in one day for Wei Qi auras. So healthy and gentle. What is healthy and gentle to do today? Right? And so just imagine that amount of rips in your Wei Qi auras. What's healthy and gentle to repair right now? And you could just comb through and do it that way. You don't have to do a composite. You could just try to do so much gold light and just relax, and just relaxing does help speed up the healing process. So example of like Wei Qi aura damage is you could have like the whole top half of one of your Wei Qi auras cut off, or like the whole front half of one of your Wei Qi auras is gone, or like half of the front half is just scooped out. You can have smaller damage in Wei Qi auras, but it depends on how much you take care of them. So again, we're just repairing Wei Qi aura damage, and we're doing all 15 at once. What you could do is say like, okay, well, what's the one that I need to work on the most? And then just look at that one and imagine that one and be like, okay, I think there are two giant rips like here and here. And then just work on one at a time like that. So we could just do an example of that. So the one Wei Qi, just, intuitively pick the one Wei Qi aura you need to heal the most right now, and then just comb through that one. And use the gold light from your hands to repair it. But now I'm going back to do all 15 at once. It's up to you. You can do one aura at a time. So I think that's enough of that. So you can also get scarring for your Wei Qi auras. I think it'd probably be healthy and gentle enough to heal all scarring at once, melt away all scarring at once from your Wei Qi auras. So just all the aura scarring for your Wei Qi auras, just make a big pile of it and go ahead and melt it with gold light. If you have any left over, just say, angels, help me clear that. Okay, so that was repair of 15 Wei Qi auras to the extent that's healthy and gentle, and melting aura scarring of the 15 Wei Qi auras. So now we will do all 17 at once to melt away aura bruising, and also just do general unblocking of the auras, because you can have, just masses of hard energy in them. And That's no fun. So just imagine all your 17 auras and all the junk that you need to melt away. That's healthy and gentle to melt right now. And just go for it. Just use gold fire, gold water. Gold sandstorm is an option too. That's like little bits of gold that you spin around. And so that's nice too. Aura bruising is you see that more in like people who are advanced, and your aura gets so strong that it's hard for people to rip it. So then if they throw energy, it might just cause a little bruising in like a couple layers, you know. So like sheets of hardness, you know, in each layer. So yeah, anyway, just gold light through all 17 auras and just melt away any hardness that you're ready to, that would be good to melt right now. Especially in the bottom of your aura layers and the bottom of your Wei Qi auras. The Wei Qi auras don't have layers to them. It's just like each one is a big gold misty force field. But anyway, the bottom part of any of these auras, getting rid of the hard energy in the bottom is especially helpful, because it helps you to release energy down your grounding. So we're combing through all 17 auras, especially at the bottom part, helping to melt away hard energy blocks. All right, and then we could do a little bit of sticky gold wax. To get rid of hard objects, hard energy objects that people throw, like little spears and stuff. Yeah, they can throw it in your aura. Very bad karma. Would not recommend you do that to anyone, but other people may have done it too, may do it still. So sticky gold wax, the whole thing. Gold wax is just gold light that hardens around stuff you want to get rid of, and then you just remove the wax and the junk all at once. So especially around the outer surface of all 17 auras, just do sticky gold wax there. That would stick to any hard objects, halfway in, halfway out. And then all inside, all those auras, and inside your physical body, astral body, and inside both groundings, and around the outer surface of both groundings. Just get the sticky gold wax there, and you're going to remove the wax and the junk all at once. So just move the wax and the junk to the side and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Deep breath, wiggle around. One more time, sticky gold wax through your everything, all your 17 auras, your 2 bodies, your 2 groundings, on the outer surface of everything, sticky gold wax. All right, and then you're gonna move the wax and the junk to the side. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. All right, so then finish that repair. You know, sometimes when you remove the hard objects, there could be little gashes left over. So just a little extra repair around the outer surface of all your 17 Wei Qi auras. And then outer surface of your groundings as well. All right, so now you have nice bouncy cohesion, surface tension, kind of extra strength around the edges of all your regular auras and your as many Wei Qi auras as possible. So that concludes aura repair. That's like aura repair extravaganza. So that was like 14 minutes of fun with auras. All right. Let's do some spinal healing of your physical spine. You know what? I have a prop I want to bring out, so it's going to take me a moment to bring it out, but why not? So hold on. look at that. So this obviously is a skeleton, a human skeleton. It's a male. I would have wanted a female, but just because most of my clients are female. Well, at least 2/3. But they only sold male skeletons. So anyway, so we're going to be doing spinal healing right now, right? So here's your sacrum. This is a bunch of vertebrae that fuse together at a certain age when you're young, like a kid. And then here are your vertebrae, and here are your discs, vertebral discs in between each bone vertebra. So we're going to be healing this whole thing, your spine all up and down, and the sacrum, bone right here. We'll also heal the hips too. They're pretty cool. And we'll heal the skull a little bit too, because why not? But the idea is, like, bones vibrate with energy, and like your aura, you can get energy blocks in your bones so that the energy doesn't vibrate up and down, doesn't travel up and down the way it would ideally. So say you have a bunch of energy blocks wrapped around right here, then the energy kind of goes down, but then it bottlenecks right there and bounces back up again. And a lot of people have very subtle energy blocks, but multiple ones up and down the spine. So it's a nice thing that you can do every day, is just kind of, you know, imagine the energy blocks around your spine and just melt them away, clear them away. You know, maybe there are some people's energy wrapped around too, or some invasive being energy wrapped around, in which case you just say, angels, can you please recycle that? So there you have it. So I'm going to figure out how I can keep this in the camera shot for you guys, but also be comfortable myself and also in camera. Okie doke. Pretty cool. There we go. Maybe the camera should be up a little bit to catch the top part. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so just imagine your spine. First we'll just do the spine, and then we'll add the skull and the hips after that. So just imagine a copy of your own spine out in front of you. There are nerves in the spine, which we'll do too, but let's work just mostly on the bones and the discs first. And just, you know, you could just comb through the whole thing, get a sense of it. And like I said, you can have, it's really common to have some energy blocks along the way. So you can go ahead and imagine, like, I guess the one that would be most healthy and gentle to do first. How about that? So just imagine it. It probably is a few vertebrae all together. You know, like say it's up here, right, on your neck, and so it's a bunch of them. So they're all kind of blocked up and locked up together, and there's energy wrapped around the whole thing. So, but you know, it might not be there, it might be lower down. But anyway, just imagine one that would be best to do first. And just use gold light. You can bring up red earth energy. Red is nice for body stuff. So you can bring up red earth energy, gold light, and just kind of, you can even do sticky gold wax and just wax the whole thing, get the wax in there, and then just take out the wax in like a big lump. Angels, here you go. And then melt away any energy cords that are going into that energy block too. If you get a sense that it's like anything moving or mushy or cloudy, those are probably invasive beings. So you just say, angels, can you recycle any invasive beings connected to this area? La, 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 la. And just keep working it until you feel like it's not a block anymore. And then you can just sort of notice how that has changed the flow up and down your spine. And find another one, another energy block somewhere along your spine, all the way up to the base of your skull, all the way down to your sacrum. Where's another one, another energy block that would be healthy and gentle to clear right now. And just imagine it and bring up red earth energy, soak it in red earth energy, gold light, melt any energy cords going to it. Any invasive beings in that area wrapped around it maybe, or courting it or whatever. Just say, angels, can you recycle any invasive beings that are affecting this area of my spine? And just wash out any people's energy with gold light. And you could have, you know, like a hard energy device there, say from a past life or from one of your parents in this life, or, you know, whatever, somebody you had a negative relationship with. So just, you could sticky gold wax the whole thing and maybe split the wax in half, give it to your angels. You know, let the wax stick to the junk, or you could sticky gold wax the whole thing and just move the wax and the junk to the side. Angels, here you go. And just keep working it till you get the sense that it's all gone and the energy flows very well through that area. And maybe you still get a sense that there's like a hard device there or something. So wrap it in gold light and just move it out. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Sometimes nourishing an area helps, and you know, we are doing that with gold light, but you could you know, just keep doing the gold light. Again, lift out any hard objects in that area. Angels, here you go. Yeah. All right. So let's do your skull a little bit extra now. So I mean, you can use a diagram on your computer about the skull. You don't have to look at my little guy here, but you know, we're gonna heal the whole thing. You know, the jaw bones, this base of the skull right here, just the whole thing. So let's go for it. Okay. So just imagine a copy of your own skull out in front of you. Bring up red earth energy, soak the whole thing. Gold light. More red earth energy, more gold light. You can heal, you know, any major joints, you know, anywhere where bones come together, but you know, the jaw, where the jaw comes into the skull, right there, you can wash that out. Lots of gold light, bring up more red earth energy there. Melt away energy blocks that are there. You can just imagine, maybe they look like black mud or black rocks. And again, we want to clear as much as is healthy and gentle to do right now. Skull bones. And there's a bone, oh, I should have looked up the name of it, I'm going to forget it. But there's this really cool bone that I adore healing. I can't remember the name of it right now. If someone wants to remember it for me. It's the one that's behind your eye sockets. And it goes to the edges of your temples. And so it's back here. It kind of looks like a bat in there. I mean, some people don't like that image. But it's a really interesting kind of look of this one behind your eyes. We're gonna have to Google what it is. Name of bone behind eyes. Zygomatic bone? No, that's not the one I mean. Well, sorry about that. I can't, Sphenoid. Oh my gosh. I'm so in love with healing the sphenoid bone. Ah, someone said it. Thank you so much. Yeah. Sphenoid bone. SPHENOID. Sphenoid bone. So that is like the coolest thing to heal because it's like it really impacts your sixth chakra and your seventh chakra and your sinuses and it feels very cool. So go ahead and it'd be cool if I had like a physical copy of the sphenoid bone, a physical model. Maybe I should buy one of those. That would be cool. A sphenoid bone model. Maybe someday I'll have a sphenoid bone model. That'd be awesome. But anyway, just you can Google it if you want, sphenoid bone diagram. Like I said, it ends at your temples and it goes behind your eyeballs, behind your eye sockets in there. It's super cool. So bring up red earth energy and soak your sphenoid bone in red earth energy. Oh. And gold light. Don't worry, if you're a newbie, you're probably not feeling any of this physically, and so you may feel like, gee, what's wrong with me? But that's fine. It's okay if you don't feel it physically. It still helps. So, okay. And you can lift out any junk that you're ready to get rid of from your sphenoid bone. Just lift it out. Just imagine the junk in and around your sphenoid bone, lift it out. Angels, here you go. More red earth energy, more gold light. Again, lift out any junk you're ready to get rid of from your sphenoid bone, lift it out. Angels, here you go. Whoa. And we can just do like, we could do the whole spine, actually. Any junk you're ready to get rid of from your whole spine, move it to the side. Give to your angels. Angels, here you go. That's nice. Okay, your whole spine. Any junk you could use gold wax, or you could just imagine the junk and move the junk without waxing it. But imagine the junk, move it to the side from your whole spine. Move that to the side. Angels, here you go. When I say spine, include your sacrum bone, because sacrum bone is really cool to heal too. That's the one at the base of the spine, the bunch of vertebrae that fuse together when you're a kid. So spine and sacrum, including sacrum. Imagine all the junk that you're ready to get rid of in and around your spine that's not you. Move it to the side. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. If you have more energy blocks to clear in your that joint where your jaw connects to your skull, just imagine that area. Move the junk to the side, any energy blocks, other people's energy, whatever. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So this jaw area, move the junk to the side. Angels, here you go. So just heal, again, skull all the way down, the vertebrae to the sacrum, including the sacrum. Skull down to the vertebrae. Spine, the whole spine. So now we can do some of these bones are called the ilium. These big guys, these big bones right here. So your sacrum, this whole thing right here, connects to your ilium bones, which then there's a big joint right here that connects to your femur bones, your upper leg. That bone has a big joint right here, like a ball socket that goes right into your ilium bones. So when I say your hips, I mean these two bones right here that connect to your sacrum. So go ahead and heal those two ilium bones, your hips basically. Heal your hips, your hip bones. Popsicle, light, brown, red earth energy. Bring that up. Soak your ilium bones, your hip bones, in red earth energy. So again, here all the way, this thing, it's all one bone right there. This is all one bone right here. Okay, so imagine the whole Megillah, the whole thing. Cold light. And wash anybody else's energy out of this area. You know, maybe you have a mother-in-law that's like, you should have children. Where are my grandchildren? You know, whatever. Maybe some of their energy is in here subconsciously. So just wash everybody out. This helps your first chakra, your second chakra. So safety, abundance, courage, first chakra, emotional stuff, emotional wellness, sexuality, sensuality, second chakra. So very helpful stuff. So gold light, red earth energy through your ilium bones, your hip bones. And that the sacroiliac joints right here. It's a cool word, huh? So that seam right there, it looks like a seam, but it's a joint technically, where the ilium bones connect to the sacrum. This right there. Anywhere where two bones come together like that, it's really cool to heal the energy there. There are a lot of nerve endings and stuff there. So just energy healing in those sacroiliac joints can heal that. Red earth energy, bring red earth energy up, and gold light. Wash everybody out of there. So you want, like, say your body needs to send energy down to your feet through your bones, you know, you want to trace that route. Is that possible, or does it collide with some energy blocks? So, you know, go trace the energy flow from your spine all the way down to your sacrum, and then to your ilium hip bones, and then to your femur bones, you know, the thigh bones, and your knee joints, and your leg, your two big leg bones, lower legs. Does it make it all the way to your ankle joints? Just trace that route down. So spine, skull, spine, ilium bones of your hips, your upper leg, big bone, and your knee joints, and your two bones of your lower leg. And then your ankle, your ankles, your upper foot. I could move the camera down so you can see. Your upper foot has a lot of, hold on, untangle my camera. Your foot bones have a lot of joints in them. A lot of, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to move the camera. Okay, so there's a lot of bones in your feet. A lot of little bones, like in the upper foot. And so each of those, where those bones come together, those are all little joints. And therefore little chakras. So there's a lot going on there. So let's do that. Your ankles and your feet and your toes. So just imagine, and you could Google, a diagram on your computer and see it much better, of course. Bones of the ankles and feet, and just go to town. But gold light, red earth energy, get the red earth energy and all those bones and all the little in-between spots, in between the bones, the joints. Gold light, lots of gold light. Red earth energy. Gold light, wash everybody's energy out. So again, trace it from your skull down your spine, down to your sacrum bone at the base of your spine, and then to your ilium bones and your hips. And then we didn't spend much time on that hip joint right there. That's the thing right there, that big joint where the ball part of the femur goes into the ilium right there. So that's the thing. So you can heal that upper part of your femur bones, and then how it goes into your ilium bones right there. Just get that red earth energy and scrub it out with red earth energy and gold light. You can move around while you work. Lots of gold light, red earth energy. Because you want all that, you don't want any energy to kind of bottleneck anywhere, no traffic jams. So you just imagine if it can flow well or not through these different areas, from the sacrum bone, right here to the ilium bones, and then to the femur, bam, bam, bam. You want that to be a nice smooth flow where no energy is sort of leaked out, or kind of traffic jammed and trapped. So from the sacrum to the ilium bones, the hips, to the femur bones, the thighs, and then thigh, femur bone, knee, joints, all those bones in the knee. Sometimes I say, I don't say it that often anymore, but I used to always, when I was a beginning pro reader doing individual sessions, at the beginning I could always tell who was raised Catholic, because there was all this guilt around their knees. It was just the weirdest thing. So anyway, gold light around all the knee bones and joints there. Gold light, red earth energy. Gold light. And all the way down, your two bones. You have two major bones in your lower legs. I forget what they're called. That's why I keep saying it like that. I didn't know that we were going to do a big skeleton thing today. I knew we were going to do spine, but I didn't I didn't prep all my bone names. So 2 lower leg bones and then down to the ankle bones and the feet. Your toes, give your toes some love. Gold light, red earth energy, specifically. So again, just acknowledge that the energy needs to flow up and down, and just all you're doing is unblocking so that it flows however it needs to, and there's no obstruction for it. And we didn't do the ilium bones, or I'm sorry, I know what these are called. Scapula. No, those are scapula bones back there. These ones right here, they're pretty cool too. Someone's gonna know what they are. These 2 that are in the front, and then they connect here, and they connect to the scapula bones. I'm forgetting, but anyway, these flat ones in the front. So we can do your whole rib cage, front and back, and the shoulder blades, scapula in the back, and those kind of reach into the front and connect to the bones that I can't remember right here. Nobody's telling me what that one's called. It's okay. The one right here that sticks out. Clavicle. It is clavicle. Okay. So yeah, clavicle bones. Just gold light and red earth energy through your clavicle bones. And just the whole spine, and in the back, the shoulder blades, and in the front, the clavicle bones, and all the rib cage, red earth energy, the whole thing, and gold light, the whole thing. And of course, your arms and your wrists and your hands. Let's do that. So your shoulder joint right there, lots of gold light there, and red earth energy. And your arm bone, upper arm bone, and then your elbow joints, gold light and red earth energy. And then your lower arm has 2 bones right here, which I forget what they're called. I usually don't even remember what these are called. But anyway, your forearms, those bones, and then your wrists and your hands, and fingers, all those joints there. So red earth energy, bring that up, and gold light. So, imagine some energy that wants to go from your spine through your shoulders to your fingertips. Can it make it there? And just unblock that route so that it's nice and easy and flowing. All right. So that was actually possibly an entire half hour of all the bones in your body. Well, we didn't do all the bones in your body, but we did a lot of bones in the body. We did spine, etc. Oh, right. Yes, love for the clavicle. Alrighty. So, part of the thing about the bones and how that helps with stress management is it's just like when your body just resonates with the energy it's supposed to resonate with, when it's just doing its thing and it's flowing, there's no traffic jam, it's just a more pleasant environment to be in. Because your spirit wants to flow too, and if your body's got all these traffic jams in the bones or the muscles or anywhere, it just complicates things. So obviously good flow in the spirit helps inspire good flow in the body, but you know, directly doing flow stuff for the physical body can be really powerful. Also, because you can have spiritual burdens or, you know, whatever that you put into your own bones, like in this lifetime. You know, you brought in your burdens and they got into your bones. So by healing your bones, it's not just a physical thing, you know, that's convenient for this lifetime. You're clearing eternal baggage that you have brought in and superimposed into your bones. So it can help a lot. So good job, guys. Hey. So, I'll just keep it there. Alrighty. So we definitely put a check mark on the spine stuff. That's for sure. All right. Good karma windows in the back there. I want us to do a bunch of that. Let's just quickly reground. Make sure, just in case you need that red or orange or yellow, big grounding. Unblock it everywhere. It does seem like working the bones helped everybody's flow quite a bit. So that's nice. All right, so good karma windows in the back. You have one window in the back of each aura layer right here, lined up with, like, say, the base of your skull and the back of your fifth chakra in your neck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they're, I mean, in real size, they're probably about this big each window back here. And they're the color of each aura layer. So ideally, if you do the rainbow system with your chakras, then it's red, orange, yellow, green, light blue, deep blue, and purple. But anyway, so just imagine all the windows, a copy of them out in front of you. And each window has a triple frame around it that should be very flowy and whole. And what we did, well, first we just did a lot of gold light, and you can bring up red earth energy for these two. Gold light, but just let them be the natural color of each aura layer. And we unblocked them a bunch before, so we'll just do that kind of quick now. So lots of gold light, sticky gold wax, and have it stick to any hard objects or junk or energy blocks around these windows, and just lift all that up. Angels, here you go. So sticky gold wax, and also at the base of your skull, do sticky gold wax. 2. And just lift all the junk up from the windows and the skull, and there you go, angels, here you go. So we did repair, so that if there are holes blown into the windows, that we're repairing them. And we probably should do a little more of that. I guess first let's repair the frames. I noticed in the bottom of the frame, like each window has a triple frame around it. So it just looks like a frame, but it's triple. And the bottom frame is busted on a lot of people's windows for some reason. So just especially that bottom frame, just repair it with lots of gold light so it can grow back. And again, you're just repairing to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now. Alrighty. And you can sense, like, say you have one window that's like the most beat up. So just pick the one that's the most beat up and imagine it out in front of you. You don't have to be able to see energy to do that, but just pick the one of the good karma windows that has the most holes in it, and just heal that one, repair that one up. Gold light, wash out the holes so that they grow back. All right, and pick another individual window that needs maybe some individual attention, and just wash out the holes if it has any holes in it, and let those repair up with the gold light. Oh, and the rest of them, just you can do it all at once. Just gold light and let the holes that may have been blown into them repair fully. 2 days ago, we did each window one at a time, so that might be interesting if you want to go back to that at some point. But we'll do them all at once right now. So you're just repairing any holes in your windows, your good karma windows. And then also with them, you can have like, how to describe it? It's like if you're looking at one of the windows, okay, so you already repaired the holes, but you can have like, it kind of looks like deposits of candle wax, but I don't really like saying it that way because we use sticky gold wax, you know, so we're already having a wax image. But so it just looks like something that's kind of raised on it, you know, something that obviously shouldn't be there, but it's like a little lump. And those are generally burdens that you got, say, from your parents or from an older sibling or, you know, just in a past life. And so you can have things that are sort of stuck to the windows, I guess we could call it, that are burdens. So you can just get a sense of all these burdens that are attached to your good karma windows, and just loosen them up with gold light, and then just lift them up, and you can ball them up for fun and give to your angels. Angels, here you go. So we'll do that again. Get a sense of all your good karma windows. Loosen up any burdens that are glued to the windows. Loosen them up with gold light so they're ready to go. And then raise them up, raise up the burdens, ball them up, and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. So again, we're doing good karma windows in the back of your neck area, straight back from the back of your neck and the base of your skull. You know, we're just loosening up any burdens that are stuck to your good karma windows, and loosen those up with gold light and some red earth energy, and then lift up the burdens and ball them up. Give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. All right, cool. So a little extra gold light for your good karma windows. Now with the, you know, just like we did the flow within the spine, there is a flow for the good karma windows. Like good karma windows, they help you to receive. They help you not to receive invasive energy in that area. But, you know, when they're repaired and everything, but they also, you know, like I've said, they help you receive like a gentle uplifting amount of moon and star energy, just a teeny bit, and then just good karma energy from the universe. So you can imagine, like, say, you know, good karma energy, you can imagine it as like a gold mist, not a white mist, like a gold mist, and just, or like a gold vibration, you know, say that your angels, you know, you can have your angels send some gold light to the outer good karma window and just see, can it fully vibrate through all of them? You know, 7, 6, 5, 4, Because for some people, it can go through that gold light from your angels can go through 7, 6, and 5, that fifth and even fourth window, but then 3, 2, 1 are just too bogged down. So if you can see like the gold light, it vibrates through each one, but then it stops at one point, just do those, the ones that are kind of muffled, do those extra. You can imagine what's wrapped around them and just lift that off. Angels, here you go. And then do it again. Have your angels send some gold light and see where it stops, or maybe it goes all the way through. If it stops, just get whatever's wrapped around those windows and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And again, if the energy, the gold light stops at some point, get the whatever's wrapped around those and give it to your angels. So maybe, maybe some of your energy needs to travel the other way through the windows, so just see if energy can flow both ways. Your energy and energy from your angels can flow both ways. All right, so you got flow down your spine, up and down your spine. You got natural, gentle flow here too. All right, with all this flow, my sinuses are going. Hold on a sec. Oh, sorry about that. All right, so what was that? That was good karma window. Fun with good karma windows. All right. So that was maybe about 13 minutes on good karma windows. Ah. I gotta look at a sample person for a sec, so I'm going to be quiet for about a minute as I figure out what we're doing next. So I'm looking at a sample person, somebody's paternal cousin, that, I'm healing for the first time. And as far as like purpose, I mean, you can think about purpose in a bunch of ways. I mean, purpose is sort of, life purpose, what you're here to do and accomplish and experience. And in sort of a simple way, you can look at like, oh, okay, I'm here to do 3 things. And, maybe one of those things I've been working on already, and the 2 other things I haven't brought in yet. I don't know what they are, and I'm not doing them yet. Or maybe that's just one thing you haven't brought in yet, and you don't know what it is yet. And like I said before, purpose can be expressed through hobbies. It can be expressed through, how you are within relationships you have. It can be expressed through your career, potentially. But anyway, this person, it's like there are 4 things. You don't have to know consciously what it all is. But there are 4 things, for their purpose, and 2 of them they have been doing, but the other 2 they never brought in to their auras. They're sort of up in the astral for them, and they didn't bring them in because they took on tasks, spiritual tasks, subconsciously from their parents, and those tasks made it so that so much of their energy was focused on that they didn't have time or energy to bring in the other half of their purpose. And that can happen to a lot of people. You have agreements spiritually with your parents, with older siblings, with workplaces, with, bosses, with, partners, whatever. And so sometimes your agreements with other people tend to upstage things that actually you're meant to do. Doesn't mean you can't do both, but if you kind of really internalize this energy from other people, then yes, it does tend to very much upstage your own stuff. So the idea is, with most people, they're not trying to upstage your personal stuff. Some people really are, in which case maybe that's not a good relationship for you long term. But either way, you can fix it. You can fix what's happening to you, so that you are free to bring in your own purpose. All of it. And that can be more fulfilling, more comforting. If you're busy getting frustrated about the world, it could really be that you just haven't brought in all your purpose yet. And so that kind of, restlessness turns into fixating on the world and what's happening politically or whatever that really upsets you, rather than just bringing in more of your own purpose. Let's clear out whatever if there is anything that you've internalized in this life or past lives from other people that is upstaging your own purpose. Okay? And again, it doesn't mean that you instantly destroy those relationships or whatever. We'll hand whatever you internalize to your angels, so your angels can sort it out with you in your sleep. So it's completely safe. Okay, so just reground, just in case that explanation was a little triggering. Big grounding, red, orange, or yellow, flowing all the way down to the core of the earth. Trace, comb through a copy of it out in front of you. Get rid of any tangles. Make sure it truly is wide, even in the back and the front and the sides. And flowing in all those spaces. And so that was talking about what we're going to do for 5 minutes. So now we're going to actually do it. So it's like things that upstaged your purpose. And two, it could be accidental, like say you're a caretaker for somebody else. Maybe you internalized their energy. They didn't want to oppress you. It was just purely accidental and circumstantial. But anyway, just go ahead and make piles out in front of you, as many piles as you want. It could be one big pile or several, but just whatever you've internalized in this life and past lives that's getting in the way of your purpose in this life. And just make a bunch of piles, as many as you want, because there could be stuff from past lives or this life and different people in this life. And so however many piles as you want is fine. And then you can bring up red earth energy and ground each pile. So this stuff is stuff that has upstaged you working on your own purpose, like things that would really nourish and fulfill you the most. And so you can, if you want, get some intuition about what all this stuff is, how much of it is just past life stuff, how much of it's from this life childhood, this life adulthood. And you could read it later, like you could clear it now and still journal about it later. So it's not like, you have to have amazing understanding about it before you clear it. It's not like that. And then just say, angels, can you double check all my piles? And I'm going to just, melt them all. But if you're particularly phobic about that, just wrap them up in gold light and hand the whole thing to your angels and say, angels, please help me with this. Okay, but you can use gold light and you can melt all your piles. So this is stuff from other people that you internalized. You brought it into your own energy field. So that's different than if you have just an agreement with somebody else to do something. This is actually you took on their energy about something. So again, these are burdens that you took on that have been upstaging your purpose in this life. And if you have any left over, just say, angels, can you help me with this? Okay, and so now, good job, by the way. So that was quick. That was just 3 minutes to clear away burdens that upstaged your purpose in this life, or upstaged part of it. So now let's do some stuff kind of quickly. Clumpy chakras, clumpy chakra flaps. Let's do that. So I will show you my amazing diagram. So this is a diagram of, like, say, the round opening of any of your major chakras. And so they have flaps. Also, your creative rings are like that too. They have flaps on the outer surface. And you don't want them to be like this. This is with the flaps open. That's sort of when the chakra is kind of in an irritated state. It's more overwhelming. You're less focused. You're more likely to spend 3 hours on Twitter or whatever. So this is and this is an example of the junk that gets shoved in the flap, which is why the flaps are all open and irritated. When you get rid of all the junk from all the flaps, then the flaps can relax and close and be fully flush with the chakra. So it's just like a smooth ring instead of this bumpiness. So I called it clumpy, but so anyway, let's just imagine the top ring first, your top creative ring, because usually when you deal with it there and you get those flaps nice and flush, a lot of the other rings relax at least halfway, if not fully. So that saves time to do the top creative ring first. So let's do that. So that was explaining, this is doing. So just imagine a copy of your 3 gold creative rings out in front of you, and really you just need to imagine the top one, because that helps all the other 2. And so just use gold light and wash out the flaps with gold light. And you can lift out all the clumpy junk. Give it to your angels. Lift out the clumpy junk from the flaps and give it to your angels. More gold light. Lift out the clumpy junk all at once. Angels, here you go. Maybe sticky gold wax. So the wax sticks to the clumpy junk. Lift out the wax and the junk. Angels, here you go. One more time, get the sticky gold wax in there. Have it stick to all the junk and the cords and whatever, invasive beings, people's energy. And lift out all the junk with the wax. Angels, here you go. And then just, that's probably enough so that your flaps are nice and flush with the ring itself. You may need to, if you have something that's especially stubborn, maybe, on either side of the ring, just melt away the cords and melt away the junk so that those particular flaps relax along with all the others. You may need to do that a couple times, just a little spot check on a couple of the flaps that are irritated still. And then the rest of the creative rings, and then all your major chakras along your spine. So major 7 physical body chakras along your physical spine, and then 7 astral body chakras along your astral body spine. Those are oriented, like 7 chakras oriented this way with the round opening at the top and the bottom. So right in there. Right here. And then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are oriented this way, where the round opening is in the front and the back, right? So it's just a bunch of cylinders, open cylinders. And again, just be aware of the flaps and the clumpy junk. And we want to get rid of the clumpy junk so that the flaps are nice and flush with the round opening, so that it doesn't look this way. This is the irritated way. So we want to remove the clumpy junk so that the flaps relax and close. So you can just imagine astral and physical all at once, all in the same place. So it looks only like 7 chakras because the astral is inside the physical. And then just lift out the clumpy junk. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lift out all the clumpy junk. Angels, here you go. So gold light. So you can relax all your flaps, your chakra flaps. So meaning, like, say for your 6th chakra, you have flaps around the front opening, and you also have flaps around the back round opening, right? And for your 7th chakra, you have flaps around this top opening, but you have flaps around the bottom opening that's in there in your head. So just move aside the clumpy junk and the cords and everything else that's not you. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And just relax those flaps till they're flush with the surface of the chakra. And you may need extra work with the 2nd and the 1st chakra. 2nd and 1st chakra. Astral and physical, or just physical. But you just imagine the clumpy junk and move it away. Angels, here you go. Imagine the clumpy junk in chakras 2 and 1. Move it away. Angels, here you go. So you want those flaps to close fully and flush. Be just so the round opening is perfectly smooth. It just helps the energy flow really nicely as it spins around in the chakra. And it makes it much harder for other people to cord you. All right, so that was a somewhat quick version of clumpy chakras, clumpy chakra flaps, dealing with all that. So that was 2-minute intro and 6 minutes of doing. So let's do let's do melt your wall. It is a separate 4-minute video if anyone wants to do it, called Melt Your Wall. And but it means that there's really unlimited potential for how much your angels can help you. I mean, yeah, they want you to do stuff yourself too, you know, but there's always more that that your angels are completely willing to help you, like more advice or more energy clearing help, more healing, more protection, energy protection. So while there is, you know, there are limits in certain ways, they want you to kind of meet them halfway a lot and, you know, work on your own strength. But still, there's always ways in which they could help you more. And so the more you clear your wall is like an accidental bunch of energy blocks, like stress, whatever, subconscious energy blocks, maybe self-esteem issues, self-love issues, shame, guilt, whatever, you know, and it forms a wall accidentally between you and your angels and limits how much your angels can help you. So let's get rid of that, right? So you can just imagine any wall that you have blocking angel help accidentally, and just melt it all with gold light. And if you melt that wall, go ahead and imagine another one, because sometimes there's even more energy that you could melt. And so just challenge yourself to find more that blocks angel help within your space and melt it away. So imagine another wall of remaining energy in your space that's accidentally blocking angel help, and it just melted away. And this is specifically angel help, not help from rando spirits out there, just angels, because they're super altruistic, super wise, always have your best interests at heart, you know, super respectful. All right, good job. So that was melt your wall. Oh, right. Let's do a little bit quickly with spiritual path. So spiritual path is something that like a part of you is on. It looks like a road, and it just represents what you're meant to learn and experience in this life. And it can be unnecessarily hard and complicated, just because you've projected some baggage onto it, or other people have dumped onto it. And so we don't want that. You know, obviously, you know, you're here to learn and experience things, but you know, there's like an easier way, and then there's a harder way, and why bother with the harder way if you can learn and have nice experiences without, you know, a lot of the drama. That's nice. Right? So that's one way. In addition to clearing your aura and your chakras and your grounding and all that kind of thing, looking at your spiritual path is another way to streamline your growth and progress and enjoy your life more. Okay, so you just imagine the road that's just for you. Everyone has their own. Even if you have a kid, they have their own, you have yours. Even if you have a great husband, he has his own, you have yours. So you just imagine your road, and go ahead and use a lot of gold light, and you're on it, so you can say hi to that part of you, hey, 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 and just, you know, give yourself a little healing. And you can, I had mentioned yesterday at the end, sometimes people have energy kind of coming at them, like they're walking into a windstorm or a snowstorm. So that's not cool. So look ahead of you on your path, and just, you know, make your own gold sandstorm, and just pop out anything that's there, like oppressing you and throwing energy at your face or at your body. You know, there could be some people, there could be some invasive beings. So you can say, angels, if there are any beings, you know, messing with me on my path, can you please recycle them? My angels were like, you probably need to do that every day, Janet. So maybe good for everyone to do every day. Okay, so just imagine your spiritual path again. Say, angels, if there are any invasive beings messing with me on my path, please recycle them. Say that 10 times fast. Okay, and then you can do like a gold tidal wave, and just wash out anything that's not you in front of your path, in front of you on your path, behind you on your path, above you, around you. Just get the whole thing and do like a big gold tidal wave, or like gold sandstorm. Just be really assertive and clean up your path so that there's no unnecessary drama. So just imagine what it is like to walk forward on your path. It should be really pretty simple, and you're just kind of gliding forward, like that you have this forward momentum, and you should be able to kind of see forward and have a sense of comforting, like that you're eager to move forward. So just have a sense, what is that like? Are you even moving forward? Are you looking forward? And what does it feel like for you? And go ahead and just imagine whatever's creating unnecessary complications for you on your path. Just imagine it as like a bunch of rocks, and just lift the rocks out and give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. So again, unnecessary complications and conflict and whatever, lift it out from your path, give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So complications like, maybe you could learn something by stubbing your toe, but instead of that, you have a $2,000 car accident, you know? And so, you want probably the stubbing the toe version of that lesson and not the $2,000 car accident version of it, or the $10,000 car accident version, whatever. So just lift out the drama that might amplify your learning experiences and make them more dramatic than necessary. Lift out the drama. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lift out the drama. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Lots of gold light. And the drama could be from anybody. It could be from, your parents, you absorbed their drama when you were growing up near them. Or it could be from a neighbor that you're not even thinking about, that it's just like living around them, you accidentally match some of their drama. So just lift out that drama from your path. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And you could have manifested, you could have like set up for yourself some hardships that it's just like a projection of your own fears. Or a projection of what you most dislike, or your own, resistance. So just, you can go ahead and imagine the energy blocks of fear and resistance and all that, and just melt the energy blocks. So imagine those like a bunch of bricks, and just melt your energy blocks that are making you manifest stuff that's just, unnecessarily hard, and just melt those energy blocks. So resistance, fear, judgment, melt all that away. Shame, melt all that away. And then again, think of your whole path in front of you, behind you, around you, and just lift out all that complications that don't have to be there, that aren't your best interests. Wrap them up, give them to your angels. Angels, here you go. All right, good job. So that was neat. So that was about 7 minutes of just clearing drama off your path. All right. Yeah, you know what? I think expectations, that is cool too, because sometimes you expect your purpose to be a certain thing, but it's really turns out to be 3 other things that you wouldn't have thought of. So sometimes that conscious expectation, it just can get so rigid, not only in the case of like, like you didn't expect to get sick with COVID, or you didn't expect to, your job changed or whatever, like that, any of that rigidity, wastes your energy then, because if something happens that you didn't expect, then you're like all stuck about it. So let's just put in front of you all your expectations that are getting in the way of your purpose, your love, your courage, or any life enjoyment or wellness. So any expectations that are in your way. And they could be expectations from other people in your space that you've internalized too, but yours or other people. Any expectations that are in your way, especially in the way of love, purpose, and courage, or life enjoyment in general, and just melt them away. You could blow them up too if you're healing yourself. All right, good job. So that was clearing expectations. And you can do that as much as you want, whenever you want. That's always nice. And it is nice to do it proactively, because sometimes if you're stuck on expectations, you don't realize it in the moment. So if you just do it, whenever, then you kind of you know, you do it ahead of time. Alrighty. Stubborn triggered energy blocks. I think we have 2 more things to do. Stubborn triggered energy blocks and the flowy cube exercise. So we'll do stubborn triggered energy blocks first. So stubborn triggered energy blocks, super easy, but like we've done so much flow stuff. So, you know, with great flow and your grounding and your aura and everything and your spine and your bones, you know, it's a lot more likely that you're just going to dynamically clear blocked energy and release it. But there are some energy blocks that are so stubborn, so stuck in place that even all this flow work isn't going to dislodge them. And so those I call stubborn triggered energy blocks. And if they're triggered, they're in front, right? They'll be in front of whatever chakra they relate to. And they're stubborn because other people are courting them, probably multiple other people subconsciously are courting them, and the cords and the other person's energy holds them in place. And so that's why they're still there, even though you work flow all the time. So they're easy to get rid of, but it's like good to be mindful of it and do it on purpose. So make sure you get them. So just make piles out in front of you of all the stubborn triggered energy blocks that are good for you to clear right now. And bring up red earth energy, ground them all in red earth energy. And melt away the cords with lots of gold light, gold fire, gold water. Melt away these cords from other people. And be very thorough about that. Use lots of gold light. You remind yourself, hey, I'm in charge. These energy blocks are in my space. I'm in charge. And melt away the cords. And then you can blow up the blocks if you're healing yourself, or melt them with gold light. And maybe half of them have melted, so then you just keep working on the other half. But just keep doing gold light until you feel like they're all gone. You can say, angels, help me do this. So let's do one more batch of those, because sometimes you clear some and then you're ready to clear even more after that. So redo your grounding, big wide grounding, red or orange or yellow. Now dump in front of you copies of all your stubborn triggered energy blocks, and even more stubborn triggered energy blocks that you have. And say, angels, can you check all these? And then just red earth energy, bring up red earth energy from the core of the earth, soak them in the red earth energy, and again, be very assertive. These are in your space. You get to melt the cords that are going into them. Melt these cords. You're in charge. Melt all the cords, and then go ahead and melt these energy blocks with gold light, or blow them up if they're yours, if you're working on yourself. Lots of gold light, and melt them away. If you have any leftovers, say, angels, help me clear those. All right, good job. So then, flowy cube. So flowy cube exercise is new to this triplet set, but we've done it in all the triplet healings of this set. The first time we did it, it was more sort of long and drawn out. We did first for purpose, then to help love, then to help courage. But then last healing and this healing, we did it all at once, kind of quick and efficient. And I think that is generally good, because generally people, either they have a lot of time to meditate, but they want to do a lot of different things, or they don't have a lot of time. They don't give themselves a lot of time to meditate. And so if it's not short, they're not going to do it at all. So this is the quick version, the fast version, just like we did on Sunday 2 days ago. So flowy cube exercise for purpose, love, and courage. So what you do is you imagine your own energy for purpose as a flowy gold cube of energy, and maybe it got crushed. You know, maybe it got smushed, maybe it got cracked, this cube. Maybe it's just in like little crumbs everywhere. And you want to get rid of the crushing energy and then repair it. Sometimes there's energy kind of still smushing it, and so you remove that energy, and then the repair process is more thorough and quick and easy. So you imagine a cube, a flowy gold cube for your purpose, a flowy cube for your love, and a flowy cube for your courage. You can, I mean, I think the angels are like either way. You can make, like, for example, your courage cube, that's first chakra, so you could make it red for your flowy courage cube. You could make your love cube green because love is heart chakra, and that's green is an ideal color. You could make your flowy purpose cube purple with gold, or just purple. So I don't think that's a huge thing either way. It's just, is it whole and flowing versus cracked and smushed? So you get your 3 cubes and bring up earth energy, soak them, and lift out the crushing energy, any smushing, crushing energy, anything that oppresses these cubes that represent your purpose, your love, and your courage. And you can use a gold net and just drag upward, you know, so that you lift out the junk, the oppressing, crushing energy, and then give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. So if you want, use a gold net. Otherwise, you can just raise up the junk without using a net. You can use sticky gold wax if you want, raise it up that way, raise the wax in the junk, whatever you like. So you imagine your 3 cubes for purpose, love, and courage, and then you lift up the junk, anything that crushes or smushes, and give that to your angels. Angels, here you go. And just use gold light to repair these cubes so they're nice and flowy and whole. And again, we're always repairing and doing this to the extent that's healthy and gentle to do right now. Again, lift out any junk that's not you from purpose, love, and courage, and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. And go ahead and repair with gold light. And you can nourish these cubes with flower healing. So you can make special purpose flowers for your purpose cube. Say, angels, can you check these flowers? And hand them to your purpose cube. And extra love flowers, love energy healing flowers for your love cube. And say, angels, can you check them? And give them to your love cube. And love can be romantic love, but it can also be love of hobbies, love of animals, love of nature, love of life and humanity, all sorts of love. Love, love, love. So let's do another one. Heal your own love. Your ability to love and experience love safely and happily, joyfully. So more love flowers. And then, angels, can you check my flowers? And give them to your love cube. One more love flowers. Angels, can you check my love flowers? Give them to your love cube. All right, and then some courage flowers for your courage cube. Make a whole bunch. Angels, can you check them? There you go. Give them to your courage cube. More courage cube flowers. Angels, can you check them? Here you go. Give them to your courage cube. All right, so now you've nourished your cube so nicely. Great job. So again, let's just scoop any energy out that doesn't belong there from other people, and just lift all that out of your purpose, love, and courage, and give it to your angels. Angels, here you go, and a little extra repair for your courage, love, and purpose. All right, great. So then you can melt these cubes away so that they're not like representations out in front of you, but you still, of course, have the energy. Or you can give the cubes to your angels, whatever you float your boat. All right. Well, I think that we're done. Just check your grounding. Make a copy of your grounding out in front of you. Make sure it's nice and wide and flowing. You can change the color of it too, red or orange or yellow, whatever works now for you best. And redo your gold buffer zones. I haven't mentioned that. There's a reference video, gold buffer zones, for that. All right. So good job. The healing is over. Woo woo. Good job. So we are done. So I will let the live stream go on for another maybe 20-25 minutes. I will check, read live comments if you have any about this healing in particular or anything that I discussed in this healing. You could let me know how this healing was for you. If you have any comments about a specific part of the healing, stuff like that. The 2 healings that are coming later this month in a set of 2 called a twin set, those are going to be on the 16th and the 18th of January. And it's the same theme. We'll just do more. Like, not the exact same thing. We'll just expand upon the fun that we're having with purpose, love, and courage. So that's on Sunday the 16th and Tuesday the 18th of January 2022. Okay, so catching up on the comments. Someone says, oh, how fun with the skeleton. That's right. You know, I've had the skeleton for like maybe 2 years now, but I haven't used him much in live streams. So someone says, haha, I love that you randomly have a skeleton model. That is great. Yeah, it's because bones are really cool to heal, and so I feel like if I look at it, you know, it helps me get a sense of them, you know. But it's not necessary for everyone to own a skeleton model. You can just Google, you know, like diagram of spine bones, diagram of hip bones, you know, or something, and you're seeing the visual. Sometimes it's nice. I have a Pinterest page that, you know, has different diagrams of like the sphenoid bone. I have like a cool little, I didn't make the diagrams, I just put them in on my Pinterest page. I just pick them out and put them there. But there's like a rotating little image of the sphenoid bone. The link to my Pinterest page, it should work on my website. It's like on the right hand side of the homepage of my website, so you can see different diagrams I like that are of the human body as healing aids. So yeah, thanks for someone says, love the skeleton science class. You're welcome, no problem. Someone says sphenoid bone, thank you. And then clavicle, thank you. Someone says, hi Janet, hello to you. Someone says, I often can see partially ahead of me on my path, but then there comes a point where it's black, white, and cloudy. Assume that's beings messing with me. It always freaks me out. So beings make sense. Yeah, usually it's just, it could be even just one, just being a big old hog. Because for a being, they don't have a physical body, so it's pretty easy for them to expand or make themselves very small. You know, it's like being 101. So it could look like this giant glacier, but it's just one little being, you know, making himself all big. So yeah, don't play the games, just have your angels recycle them. Someone says, wow, I love this healing, especially the clearing expectations and lifting burdens you took from others that are affecting your purpose. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, it's funny. It's easy sometimes to have that happen where you'll take on something and all of a sudden it readjusts your priorities. And it's like, sometimes it is something that you really did want to do and it fits with your priorities, and so it didn't upstage your stuff. But sometimes, you know, so you can kind of use your intuition and decide which is which. I just want to take a nap now. Thanks, Janet. Yeah, I think that your angels are nudging you towards a nap. Somebody says, that was a wonderfully thorough healing. I healed myself. Thank you. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad. Good job. So it says, thanks, Janet. Loved the bones work. I feel so present. How'd my family do? I was a participant. Yes, you and they were. So your dad, you specifically mentioned him before in your survey. His favorite part was the thing about how other people's you can internalize other things from other people that upstage your own purpose. That's like a biggie for him. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be working on that more with my angels in my sleep. So, yeah. Because your mom's a little dumpy, as you know. So I think that was before your mom even that started, that he takes on things from people that upstage his own purpose. So he definitely got that was like, ooh, that's a thing. I really need to work on that. So he's going to work on that more. So that should be interesting. But everyone else did fine. Yeah, everyone did fine. Someone says, I joined towards the end and did the cube healings, flowy cube healings. Yeah, healing yourself. Thank you, Janet. He's saying, how did you do? The back of your aura is pretty compressed today. I think maybe just do like the clumpy chakra work on physical 321, so you can pop in, because you're in 7 through 3 right now, and usually you're much more present than that even. So just do a little bit more on your physical 321, so you can pop in more, and then that'll probably poof out the back of your aura. Or you can do poof out the back of your aura and grounding first, and then do your 321 chakras. What you did worked. It's just there's a little bit of rearranging needed. So good job. So it says, hi Janet, does my 6th and 7th areas look today? How does my 6th and 7th areas look today? 6th and 7th areas. Okay. Pretty nice. Yeah. Yeah, pretty nice. You're in 7 through 2 right now. You could work more like between your sacrum, your lower spine, your sacrum, your ilium bones, and your femur bones. There's a lot of, it's like the energy goes down, but then it kind of traffic jams in this whole area. So just do more on blocking, like say from here on down, just from like here to here. Oh, you can't see my lower arm. It's just like right below where the hip joints are, on your thigh bones, your femur bones. So here on down, just do more unblocking on the bones and the joints in between the bones, just with red earth energy and gold light. But yeah, 6th and 7th look good. Righty. I lost my place because it scrolled on me. Someone says, hi Janet, you healed me. Yes, I feel clearer and calmer. Oh, nice. Good to know. How did I do? And are there things that would be beneficial to repeat? Thank you. Of course, it's always beneficial to really repeat the whole thing, which I know you know. So, but in particular, let's see. I would say still stubborn triggered energy blocks. It's like with you get in this mode where you do want to clear energy, but then there's still a lot that you avoid, so like it's kind of like clear avoidance married to stubborn triggered energy blocks. Like there are some triggered energy blocks that are stubborn that you're just like, ma, they're not there, they're not there, they're not there. So you're just like dealing with the symptoms of having these triggered energy blocks all the time that you're not clearing. So maybe just say, okay, well, what are the stubborn triggered energy blocks that I've been ignoring? And then do that, so kind of nudge yourself into, more stubborn triggered energy block clearing. I think your angels are pretty thrilled about that idea. So they're like, if that's the only thing you do, that would be great. you know, because it's just like they're, you know, yeah, just do more of that. So I hope that makes sense. I mean, they love the whole healing for you, but the stubborn triggered energy blocks that you're avoiding is like really the sweet spot. Okay. So it says, thank you, Janet. Had a nice nap during part of the healing. Isn't that nice? How is my resistance looking now? I know I've had a lot of it with the upheaval stuff you discussed. um, so part of the thing with upheaval is it can trigger stuff that you're really not looking to deal with, you know? Like, you know, if you have a routine, you usually create a routine that's comfortable for you, one would hope, right? So, but, you know, sometimes when life serves up, you know, surprises and such, and sometimes this can be having kids, you know, and kids serve up surprises, you know, just by being themselves. And so it's like little wild cards, you know, that you live with. Yeah. And so things can trigger because of your interaction with your children or, you know, whatever life events that you just like, seriously, like I was hoping to avoid that for another 2 decades, you know, subconsciously. So I would say the same thing I just told the person before you, like clear the energy blocks that are triggered that you were hoping to be able to avoid, like until next life. But they're triggered now. So just, you know, I think that's the thing. It's just like what is triggered, but that you're really not wanting to handle. You know, and worst case, just wrap it up in gold light and hand it to your angels. Angels, here you go. Help me with this. Because then they can find the most gentle thing, most gentle possible way. You're in all your chakras right now, but you're just kind of like, it's like, you know. So there's stuff that's triggered you're avoiding. In like layers 3, 2, 1. Physical body or layers 3, 2, 1 in the front. So just, yeah, just try it each day. Try to clear what you're avoiding. Because especially anyone with kids or pets, I mean, maybe if you had one cat or something, that wouldn't be the case. But if you have any kind of a menagerie like I do, it's like having a couple kids, you know, surprising you all the time. Alrighty. Hope that helps. Someone says, thanks, Janet. I feel happier and more clear in my head and heart. Oh, that's nice. Someone says, I healed myself today. Didn't sense any shifts consciously, but felt apathy and like I'm lost and trapped in the darkness on my spiritual path. What may be causing this? Thank you for the walkthrough, Janet. Yeah, so sometimes when you feel negative stuff like that, it's I don't want to say it's good because that sounds weird, but it's like you might now be more present and aware of a problem that has been there all along. And the good thing about that is it's easier to clear it if you're aware of it sometimes. So feeling lost and trapped in darkness on your path, right? So then you look at you on your path and be like, okay, well, what's the darkness that's making me feel lost and trapped? And you just imagine it. You can imagine it like a cave that's not supposed to be on your path that you're in. And just, you know, wrap the cave up in gold light, lift the cave out, give it to your angels. You know, keep imagining, okay, I still feel it. All right, fine. What else is on my spiritual path that's making me feel lost and trapped? And just imagine it like an object that you can wrap in gold light and either blow up or give to your angels. You know, keep doing that. So it's try to take it as a clue in a mystery that you can solve. You see? So just keep doing that. So I hope that makes sense. You know, and some of my coolest meditative discoveries are like that, where it's like, yeah, I feel like I'm being beat up. And then I look at, okay, well, what's happening? Oh, it's one of my Wei-Chi auras is completely damaged, and then there's something right here, you know? So just kind of, you know, it's just information, and you can deal with it. You can address it. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you for the walkthrough, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, thanks. About beings on my path, they often seem never ending, so I thought I was missing something. LOL. Um, yeah. I mean, if you're thinking, well, the beings are never ending, it's probably just a head game that you're caught up in, so you can just imagine the energy blocks that make you feel like, there's no hope. It's, it's always going to be this way. I'll be stuck forever, and just imagine those energy blocks and just blow them up, or melt them. But that is a common feeling. Like, oh my gosh, I'm always gonna be stuck. I'm always gonna have beings intimidating me, forever. But just clear those blocks, and then yeah, and you can have your angels like set up like gold floodlights on your path, or something, so it's kind of more owned, the space ahead of you. So it's like it's nice and gold, and so it's not so permeable. Like maybe just strengthen the force field of your path so that there's no way to, it's not, it's more like just you. So you're coming into your path. It's more safe. Hope that helps. And if you still have problems with it, you can comment on under any video at any time, and I'll get to it when I can and post a reply. Someone says, that was different than your other healings that I have seen. I am curious how my friend and my mom did with this set. Sounds like from the first healing, my friend really needs it. Yes, she did really need it. But that's true for anybody who has never gotten a healing in this life. Usually they really need it. I mean, not everybody, I guess. There are some people who have found ways to restore their spirit, but a lot of people don't, you know. So anyway, okay. So how did your friend and your mom do with this set? Your mom, like that other person's dad, that thing about how you can take on other things from other people that upstage your own purpose. She's gonna work on that more with her angels. Like that's like a little light bulb moment. um, so she's talking about how that's also kind of a generational thing, that in her generation women were supposed to take on everybody else's purpose and not have their own. So the fact that it's not necessary, maybe more of a natural concept for women, who are much younger than her, is what she's saying. Which is true, but better late than never. You can catch up to that idea. So anyway, that's her favorite part of the healing, but she did fine with everything of it. Your friend who got the healing for the first time, her favorite part was the bones one, like right up at the top of the neck and around the ankles and the knees. But she liked the bones the best. But she's good at receiving these healings now. This is her first set of healings, but from me. But she's very much with it now. She gets it. All right, trying to find my spot. That same person says thank you for the healing. All sorts of cute emojis. Thank you. Someone says, hi Janet, you healed me today. Oop, lost my place again. You healed me today. Any thoughts on my spine or areas for improvement? Yeah. That thing, you probably know, but that thing about, that I keep saying about how other people's, you can internalize things that upstage your own purpose. That's a part you could redo quite a bit over time, because that's a biggie that you could get a lot of mileage out of So that will be in the healing summary, you know, detailed healing summary with timestamp links, so you'll be able to go to it and redo it. You know, your angels say maybe like once a week for a month at least. Like you don't have to do it every day, but just to keep yourself evolving with it. So any thoughts on your spine in particular? Yeah, right up at the top, the very top, like the neck and this whole area right here, all these vertebrae that go, that there, you could work that more. And then like the lower back part, you could work that more. Just this whole part right here, this whole part. Yeah. Because it's like, you know, things want to expand and move more than they can right now. I don't know if you do physical stretching, that could be nice to do as well, but it's not, you don't have to make it unblock. You could just do the energy part of it. But yeah, more the neck and the lower back part of your spine. Keep doing that. But I think if you do that, the thing I said first, the thing about getting rid of other people's energy that you've internalized that is in the way of your purpose, I think that goes hand in hand with your spinal flow. So you can do both those things. Someone says that skeleton work was awesome. Great spiritual path work also. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Someone says, thank you, Janet. You're welcome. Someone says, I fell asleep during the healing. No shade on your talk. Ha ha. Yeah, no, I totally get it. A lot of people sleep through them on purpose. Like when I go to get acupuncture, I sleep, you know, while I'm getting acupuncture, and it's like really good sleep. So we call it acu-sleep. So, yeah, no, I get that. Sometimes sleeping while you're getting healing is a very pleasurable thing. Any take on me knocking myself out during Saturday's healing? Saturday's healing, maybe Sunday's healing? Oh, yeah, Sunday's healing. Yeah. Yeah, the slip and fall thingy. I wonder if it was exactly when we started the healing, or if it was just during my intro discussion live stream part. Two things I noticed about that. It's like one thing was, okay, did you have to have such a big physical event that had drama that then occupied time and energy of your day? I don't think so. I think it was one of those things where, you know, you could redo how we did the path, where you lift off the drama, you know, and then you clear your energy blocks and you lift more drama off. I think you could definitely keep doing that, maybe like even 3 times a week. And just, you know, you don't have to do it for an hour a day. It was like a couple minutes, that exercise where we did on the path, where you lift off the drama and then you clear the energy blocks and you lift off more drama off your path. I think it was one of those things where you could have cleared the energy by, you know, dropping a plate and shattering it on your floor, and that would have been the least dramatic way to have an experience and a clearing. But you know, because of the internal energy blocks and what it did to your path and some dumped stuff on your path from other people. Whew. Baby almost stopped the live stream. But because of, you know, this stuff on your path from your internal energy blocks and from other people that, you know, that dump stuff on your path, it became that big event. I think actually, so that's one thing, and you can work on that so that doesn't keep happening. That type of idea that, you know, you get the more annoying version of something. But then two, I think since you were going to get the bigger, more annoying version of it, your angels did put it right before you were going to get a big healing, because they wanted to make it as, you know, given that you were going for the big drama version, they still wanted some damage control for you. So if it was going to happen, rather than it happen, you know, like after the healing, 2 hours after, they wanted to do it right before, so that you know, you could clear your triggers and stuff subconsciously as you got the healing. So that's sort of the thing. So I think it was divine timing to put it there, but it didn't have to be some big dramatic thing like that. It was just, you know, the manifestation of your internal fears and guilt and, you know, frustrations and other people dumping stuff on your path, kind of all together, making a big mud pie. So, but you can keep working that on your path, clear your blocks and lift off other people's energy and what your blocks have created on your path. Just keep lifting off the drama off your path. So I hope that helps. Someone says, I also joined at the end. Yes, but you got the healing. Looking to heal a recent wound from a humiliation. Love the poop, but can feel it still. Love the poop. It's a weird way to say it. So recent wound from a humiliation. I mean, I would say you could look at inner wounds, because you got some new inner wounds, but it also triggers old inner wounds that you have from this and past lives that are of a similar vibration. So you just imagine slashes out in front of you that are related inner wounds, and just paint them with gold light so that they melt away, you know, and just keep melting away inner wounds, more and more inner wounds that are related to how you feel about that experience. So again, there are only some of them that were created by the recent experience, but the rest are from this and past lives that are similar, and it sort of resonates all of them, which is why it feels so yucky. So just keep melting away inner wounds by imagining slashes up in front of you and using gold light. And maybe spinal healing, you know, just you could redo the spinal. I mean, we did a whole half hour of like all sorts of bones, but there's, you know, just heal your spine up and down, because that sometimes can help you just, you know, get things flowing again and be more flexible. And, you know, because your spine is near all your major chakras, so that'll help you kind of go with the flow better. So heal inner wounds and unblock your spine a little more. Particularly around your chest, around your heart chakra, your spine around your heart chakra, and right above your sacrum and your sacrum. So right here and right in there, your spine. You know, just unblock so that you get a nice woo all the way up and down. Get your woo back. Okay, someone says, thank you. I was present for the majority of the healing today. I felt some, and you received the healing. I felt some great energy shifts during the healing. That's nice. Removing expectations and bones work, specifically jaw and hips, felt amazing. Oh, nice. Any tips? Your angels, for future work, for, you know, they like the whole thing. They love the bones. But the good karma window one, they didn't want you to miss the importance of where we did good karma work, good karma window work. I think it was only about 10 minutes of work or 13 minutes of work. But so we did some repair of the holes, but then we lifted out burdens that get stuck to the windows. And they feel like you could do that like multiple times a week for the next couple weeks. Just lift more and more burdens out so that you can get more good karma energy through your good karma windows. So just keep lifting out burdens, loosen them up with gold light and lift them out away from the windows and give it to your angels. So the good karma window work that we did in today's healing, lifting out burdens. So you'll find that later in the, in the comment section and the detailed healing summary with timestamp links within a day. Someone says, thank you, Janet. Was that my mother ripping up my Wei Chi auras? I was referring to somebody else who had that experience in their survey, but you your Wei Chi auras in the top are pretty okay. In the back, you have some that need help and repair. Front, yeah, you have some that need help and repair too. So I would say I don't think she's the primary person doing all the ripping of your Wei Chi auras. I mean, she'll waltz in there and give you a piece of her mind for sure. But is she creating all the damage? No, she's creating maybe like a third of the damage in your Wei Chi auras. She's quite a little firebrand. But yeah, so just repair your Wei Chi auras. Just give them some love so they're nice bubbles rather than carved out bubbles. Someone says, how is my spine looking? And you're mentioning your name. Thank you. By the way, were you the one that talked about goatee weather? Goatee, Goaty, goatee weather? I don't know if it was you, because somebody who said that didn't put their name on their survey. But anyway, you also say, and I just do, what is your spine? How's your spine looking? You say, what is best for me to do? Thanks for everything that you do. Well, you're welcome. Your spine you cleared a lot from your spine today, but I would say like right around third chakra for your spine and second chakra. So like this whole middle area of your spine is kind of like, no, we don't flow. There's no flow. You know? So like this whole area right here is just like, nope, not gonna happen. So just I think there are just some devices, like hard clampy things, from past lives. So you can just imagine them and loosen them up and just hand them to your angels one at a time, and then just heal the area and hand more. And that's the kind of thing that, healthy and gentle. So it probably like maybe twice a week for a couple weeks, just keep working, getting rid of old objects that are clamping onto your spine, and in different places, but mostly like right there around third and second. Just hard things wrapped around your spine. But it does look better than it used to because of today's healing. There was something else you asked. What is best for you to do? Yeah, so the spine stuff would be nice. Clearing expectations. Clearing expectations both about your life but also about other people and how other people should act and what they should do or shouldn't do. I think that kind of catches you up sometimes. So there'll be a clear expectations section that you could redo. It's not that big, but so you could just freestyle it too, but just clear expectations that get in your way. Also, the back of your aura is a little too compressed, so maybe just work on, expanding the back of your grounding, expand the back of your aura, because it's like the back of your aura is maybe 40% as wide as the front of your aura. So just, work on letting that go, letting that expand more, maybe unblock the back of your chakras so they can fill out the back of your aura more. Let's see. Someone says, thank you for healing me. This was a very effective set. I feel calm. That's nice to know. I'm glad. Many thanks. Any extra advice or message that you or the angels on how I can keep the positive momentum? Yeah, you tend to take on other people's burdens. So on that spiritual path part that we did, like, we didn't do it exactly today, but we've done it in other healings recently where you look behind you and see what you're dragging forward. Um, because you tend to like go, oh, I can drag that forward for you. You don't have to drag that forward. And you get confused thinking that if you take on someone's burden, they don't have to do it anymore, which isn't how it works. You're just taking on a copy. So now you're both screwed. So maybe just keep looking behind you on your path and look at what am I dragging forward that doesn't even belong to me, and just keep giving it to your angels or melt it or blow it up. So that, because I don't think you know what it's like to walk forward on your path without just a shit ton of burdens behind you that you're dragging. You just have adapted to it. So well, they just keep doing that, and even make it nice and bright and gold behind you, or like gold and your favorite color behind you. I just ask your angels to help you heal back there, and just, it's not that the back of your aura is awful. It's just when that party that's on your spiritual path, you just drag so much ahead with you on your path. Specifically from other people. So sometimes, you might clear it and then like 2 weeks later, you've already taken on more from other people. So, yeah. So just, you're better than you were before with it, but just something to keep in mind. Maybe check. So I think that would help you maintain your positive momentum more. Someone says, wild cards. Yes, 2 kids plus 2 cats. Many wild cards in my household. Yeah, wild cards. It can be very triggering. It's like, seriously, wow, I am so triggered. Just connected some dots after hearing your advice. Both my parents are very avoidant. Now I realize I'm just doing what they did, but I can choose another way. Yes, that's right. Interesting approach. We'll follow your advice. Thank you for your answer. You're welcome. You're welcome. So it says, thanks for the healing. Anything I should focus on regarding the spine? Yeah, I would say for you, look at things that are affecting your entire spine, things that are wrapped around your whole spine, from the very top to the sacrum even, and just keep removing things. You can also look at your mom's spine and yours, because you're advanced, so you'll be able to do it with nice boundaries. But just kind of notice, because maybe sometimes if you notice her spine and then yours, you'll realize like, oh, that is weird. We both have, this white energy wrapped around, and so just remove yours, and then she'll probably remove hers right away when you remove yours. So you wouldn't actually have to remove hers probably. You could just let her know that she can work with her angels in her sleep about her spine. But yeah, I would say just stuff that affects the entire spine at once would be a good thing. Someone says, thank you so much. You're welcome. Someone says, thanks, Janet. You're welcome. Okay, well, I don't know when. Maybe I didn't even set a timer. Wow, that's impressive. Okay, well, great. You guys are awesome. And I enjoyed this live stream. I hope you did as well. And hope you enjoy the healing after effects. And if you were one of the 120 people I healed, of course, there will be a healing summary that I'll email, healing survey that I will email to you. And please fill that out sometime before the 16th so I could review it if I have time. Yeah, but I hope, and let me know in your survey or under the video comments what you thought about having the spinal model as part of the live stream and what that was like for you. Someone says, I have metal in my spine and in my knees. How does energy flow through those places? Well, that's a good question. I mean, some people have like hip replacements and all that, but you can still flow energy through them the same way because like you have an astral body and that can flow in those places. So you could check what does your astral body look like in those places because sometimes your astral body was super blocked in those places and you put a lot of physical baggage in those physical places, and that's why you ended up now having to have, you know, like a replacement. So there's like a metal object put in there by a surgeon. So it could point out just a place that you've had sort of for several lifetimes, you know, blockages. And so it's still a good time to clear the baggage, you know, around that area, that physical area. And yeah, you can flow energy through the knee implant or the hip implant or whatever in the same way that you would have flowed it through bone. That can still work. And it's good to clear the baggage, you know, so that you're not bringing anything into your next life in that area. Someone says, great, I will work on melting what I'm dragging, clearing up backspace and yeah, the back of your aura, and work, yeah, expanding the back of your aura is really the thing, and work on not taking others' burdens anymore. Thank you. You're welcome. Someone's lots of pretty emojis. Thank you. Many blessings. You're welcome. P.S. I heard your timer go off. Oh, you did. So I did actually have a timer. That's nice. So I have to put it far away next time. So then I'll have to like do something really obvious and maybe I'll realize, hey, I am turning off a timer. Remember when I was a kid, if I didn't have a lot of sleep, but I had to have an alarm clock and wake myself up, I would have to like barricade it behind a bunch of stuff so that by the time I'm taking up my barricade, if it was a really complicated barricade, I would wake myself up as I'm dismantling my barricade. So then I'd be like, oh yeah, it's time to wake up. Because if it was just easy, an alarm clock right there, I would just turn off in my sleep and keep sleeping, you know. So maybe I'll have to make a barricade for my timer now. All right, well, thanks everybody. Bye, you're amazing. Take care.